I wanted to get this video out because my heart, just like yours, has probably been moved recently by the current events in North Carolina and Tennessee from Hurricane Helene. We were actually there just a few months ago. We had no idea that the area we were going to be in and exploring actually would be one of the most affected areas. I want to share this in hopes that this might help bring understanding to the challenges that the people of that area may exist because of the terrain that exists there and some of the uniqueness that it offers. Got a few bullet holes in it. I do want to show you as well, I'll share a map of our Onyx map of the trails we actually did explore, and then take a look at that versus a map of the path and the most destructed area there at the Tennessee and North Carolina border. If you look at them side by side, it's definitely the area we were in. So I'm hoping these trails will be open again one day so we can go and enjoy that area. Obviously that's the least of our concerns. We do have plans of going down and helping at the towards the end of October with the group after we run our big rig event. I'm hoping that the fact that we got to go down and explore those trails gives us a little insight to what the area is all about. So when we get down there, we'll have a good understanding of how to get around and hopefully help out better. You guys can see some of the challenges that we experience as well on these trails, especially keep an eye on the way our trailer that was with us handled the trails. If you're trying to take gear down there, you might experience some of the same things if you're trying to use a trailer. So a trailer similar to the one that's in the video would actually do very good. You'll see how it does. Yeah, hopefully enjoy the views and the beautiful area that we got to see out there, some gorgeous overlooks. Keep watching to the end because we did find a dog on the trail, and I want to know how you guys would have handled that situation. Do you think we handled it right? So let me know in the comments. See you on the trail.
Hey guys! Happy morning, or I guess early afternoon. We are on our Explore Tennessee trip, and we happened to stop off at Bootleggers Distillery. It's part of the Tennessee Whiskey Trail, and we noticed it's right near the trailhead. So not that we're drinking on the trail, but we're saving it for the campfire tonight. Everybody's gonna have a little something extra to take with them.
The trail is kind of different and interesting. You actually take the highway. So we came from the north, so we had to get off on a little side road, loop around on some trails, and get back on the highway for 4 miles.
Not much of a gravel area.
So we are at our trailhead number 1, which is Hurricane Creek, just in North Carolina. As you guys just saw, crazy weird entrance to get in here, kind of a little bit sketchy and dangerous. I just watched another guy's video who just did this trail maybe 6 weeks ago, and unfortunately this used to have a few obstacles on it, but from his video it looks like they basically came and bulldozed and smoothed them all out because things were getting a little too aggressive for people, I guess. But we're just airing down to like 20-25 psi just to kind of allow for a comfort of ride on this trail. The woods do look real pretty. You kind of enter and you're on this little bit of a shelf road. There's a little bit of a drop off to this side. So yeah, we're just airing down a little bit, again, comfort of ride. And it is about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We made our couple touristy stops this morning. And like Keri said, enough of the tomfoolery. It is time to hit the trails and get some time in on the 4-wheel drive. All right, I'll just periodically along the way show you guys some of the way the trail looks and give you guys a look at this. So right as you enter the trailhead, we've had a Dodge Ram behind us, and I joked that someone's driveway was back here. There actually is a handful of private properties and a real pretty creek that runs by them, but pretty interesting. Kind of found that funny. Just past the house, as though you can see the trail starts to get a little overgrown. So far the trail has been pretty simple. Dirt track, beautiful woods, little stream running along the left side. But we come up to a little bit of a rocky section. You can tell it's actually been graded sometime recently. I'm just gonna get out here for a second, breathe a little fresh air, and videotape a few vehicles driving by here. drive on. Well, I swear I was told they pulled the bus out of here, but looks like no, it is still here. Got a few bullet holes in it. Here, and I was wondering what that was, but if you get on Onyx, you can see it's probably a property line marker. It's been there a long time. So we're about halfway through here on Hurricane Creek, and look at this little place, super cute. It's got this walkway there that comes down to the creek that runs underneath there, just beautiful. I was wondering, I saw barbed wire here, I'm like, what is going on here? Fresh build. Looks like they're still under construction. Very cool. Alright, so out here exploring this Tennessee trip, how did this all come about and come together? Well, basically we knew there was trails over here on the the east side of Tennessee, over near Chattanooga. We've been wanting to explore these over here. We've heard they're not super gnarly, but they would make some good overland tracks. So we went in, and anybody that had been on a trip with us before got to essentially put their name in a hat, and we drew these names of these people that are behind us, minus 2 that were on the list but had to bail out because of different vehicle reasons, things like that. So I'm going to turn the camera around, and I'm going to introduce you to the group that is with us here this weekend. First up is going to be Kathy and her husband here, Dale, Tim, and Heather. These guys go on a ton of trips with us. Heather's become a quick good friend of Keri's. Lisa Ray, she's come on some of our women's wheeling weekends with Mud Turtle. Justin and Roxanne are next. They're driving their diesel JLU on 40s now. They were on 37s out of Indiana. Nate and Cindy and Tater. Looks like Cindy is driving. Mark and Kathy Asmus. They actually have a Jeep and a Bronco. They've started to use this Bronco on a lot of these overlanding type trips lately. They just did Daniel Boone with us a couple weeks ago. And then last but not least, Jennifer and Jason Medes driving their JKU. These guys have been around us for a long time. That logo right there is for Glass City Crawlers. That's a club we used to run, and they've been running with us for a long time with that club. We got 2 feet. So we are close to the end of Hurricane Creek. Give me your thoughts of this little trail.
It's beautiful. It's been super fun. Nothing too crazy. I like it.
So you can find this on Onyx. We are going to be setting up a Patreon, and I will be sharing a lot of our waypoints, trails, tracks, so you guys can actually go and do these trail rides on your own if you'd like. That'll be through that Patreon once we get it set up. But yeah, this trail is pretty neat. From here, we are going to be continuing northeast, and Painted Mountain Road will be the next actual trail. It looks like a really windy road from here to that. Total from the trailhead over to camp, we're looking at roughly 40 miles, so a mix of this kind of trail and actual road. So we are almost to the end of Hurricane Creek here. It looks like from here we're going to head to Painted Rock Trail, I believe it's called. But there is a ton of just windy road to get there on the way. I don't know, curious to see how long this is going to take us. I don't know if there's really any other option as far as route goes. Hopefully we'll be able to pick up the pace here in a little bit. I think we've only done about 4 or 5 miles out of the 40 we need to do yet, and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Now entering Meadow Fork Road. It looks like a real windy gravel road for a long time. It looks like we're on this Meadow Fork Road for probably 30 miles of just windy stone road from the looks of it. These windy roads, we decided let's pull over and check out a lookout. Thankfully somebody wrote their name on that rock for us. That's awesome. We know that Jimmy Billy Bob was here. Thank you. That creek, it was like beautiful along the way there for a while. Beautiful. Curious if there's actually a view here or not. Is there much of a view?
We can see over some of the trees.
Well, mine sounds like it. I'm going like 4 miles an hour.
And back on this gravel road, we finally found the rain. It's coming down pretty darn good. Justin just called over the radio and said one of his wiper blades flew off. But we're rolling here next to this river, French River it's called, I believe. See how long it stays nasty for. We're about 6 miles from the actual, what they're calling the trail, which is only a level 1. Probably about like what we're driving on right now, I'm assuming it's a 1. It looks like the sun's starting to shine again, so it should probably be short-lived. We are at Painted Rock.
This is definitely the prettiest river trail that I've ever done.
Let's camp back here.
Technically, it's supposed to be a trail. It's big.
Probably not for long then. This is a level 1 trail on Onyx. Looks like the sign up ahead says 1 lane road. So pretty. So far Painted Creek is just basically a gravel road, but it's all uphill. And after the rain, it's kind of misty, foggy back here. It's real pretty. From what I'm seeing, it looks like down at the base of this little hill we're coming up now, there is signs about biking and hiking paths, so it looks like there's all that in this area to do as well. So basically, Paint Mountain Road is a gravel road that goes up a mountain, and then the other side you go back down. It's a nice, for me, a day on the trails, a day out and about, nice peaceful ride, so it's been nice. We're almost to the end of it now. Up at the top there is a hiking trail called Lone Gap, I think it's called. Yeah, so if you're into hiking, that's something you could do there. Yeah, nice little beats driving on pavement, I guess. Speaking of pavement, we're getting back on it right now. We ended our night, got here to camp. It was raining, so I ran to town and found us some firewood. You'd think with this having a campground right here, you'd find somebody selling firewood out in their backyard. I know in Michigan, if there's a campground, you're gonna have people selling firewood. But apparently that's not the case here in Tennessee, because this has been a few times we've stayed in Tennessee and that's not the case. People that live in Tennessee, if you live near a campground, sell firewood out of your front yard, you will make bank. So I happened to just go up to a gas station, found this kid named Bryson, real nice guy. Him and his dad own a plumbing company, and just said, hey, do you know anybody selling firewood? And he said, I don't know, my neighbor's got a bunch in his yard. So he actually ran down the road for me, loaded up his truck bed, brought it back to me, and gave me a good deal on a bunch of wood. So thanks, Bryson, you're awesome. And I appreciate you going out of your way. He was excited to meet some people, and we had a good conversation. Nice guy. Well, the engines are rolling, and so are we. Day 2 is getting ready to begin. We're going to start with a fuel up and head over to Shad Road to a fire tower lookout, and then go see what else we can find. We are at our Shad Road split off. Looks like 4228 is the trail number.
Shad Creek this morning, day 2 of our Explore Tennessee trip. Sorry, Shad Road, not Shad Creek. Day 2 of our Tennessee Explore trip, and it's rated a level 5. We are about 30% done with the trail already, and I can't figure out why it's rated a level 5. So stay tuned. Maybe it gets interesting.
Level 2.
Right now it's like a level 2. Maybe.
Yeah, it's probably only going to be interesting for our trailer. I mean, it's more trail than we've seen so far. So Keri just talked to the camera and said, I don't know why this is called a trail, and we just figured out why. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you guys what we got coming up. It looks like almost like these moguls will put here on purpose, but this is what the map shows us as actually being the trail. So sounds like we're on the right path. Just watch her come through. Not that big of a deal for all of us. Our trailer might have a little bottoming out or something here. We'll see what happens. I've never seen this thing go over stuff like this. Some of those vehicles might bottom out there.
A little bit of momentum.
Yeah. Officially a trail ride. We got somebody stuck.
Of course, it's me.
We just need a little pressure.
I think if they come over this way, it'll be a little.
You know what this means? You owe them a drink tonight.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. All right, now that you're in 4-wheel drive, go over with some momentum. Yeah, it looks like if you guys stay further right than he did, you'll be good with.
Yeah.
All right, Justin with his new 40s. Testing out the easy line for us. Yeah, he's close to touching down even there. Yeah, you want to be in 4-wheel drive.
Oh, yeah. Good idea.
Ask Tim. Yeah, man. Woohoo! Phew, boy. Man.
That's just enough articulation.
I love that.
Yeah, try to hug your driver more. There you go, just like that, you're fine.
Uh-oh. Woo. Carried a little momentum. That was our smallest tire vehicle, but this thing's been pretty capable. Momentum, go! Oh. Whew. That's got lockers, right? There we go. Oh, that didn't sound good. Looks like we're gonna need a pull.
Needs a little more momentum, isn't there?
Yeah. Mark, put your driver tire right where I'm standing when you come forward. Perfect. Little momentum.
Good.
Alright, so if you're on Onyx, where that point is, that's officially where the trail starts. So if you're kind of coming through and thinking, man, this isn't much of a trail, just give it a minute. And beautiful view from up here. We have figured out we came up roughly 1,200 feet of elevation at this point. So camp's around 1,200 feet and we're around 2,500 currently. So you're climbing the whole way. Keri conveniently didn't wear her boots today, so she couldn't get out and help winch. And I lost the driver's seat somehow.
Who did you winch?
Mark, and then we pulled Tim.
Oh, I didn't really.
Probably not alone on calling these Widowmakers, but those trees like that one hanging over the road right now, that's what we call those. It's like its days are numbered for coming down. It's got just a couple small trees hold up there, holding it up. And on this side over here, it's just got the timbers holding it up. I like spend time underneath those.
The Mojave truck, you can use your rear locker in 4 high.
You guys are JL people and you know the answer to this question. Can you use the rear locker in 4 high? Comment below, let us know. We're JK people, I don't know. We're good. Thanks for the ride.
Does it go around? But probably just gonna scope things out because it go around just a little bit off camber.
So yeah, just like Keri said, we have got, it's like a pretty good drop off here. I'm gonna check it out. And a nice long run afterwards. It looks like there is a bypass up here. So I'm gonna send Keri through the mud. And even if she doesn't make it, Tim can come around this bypass and get us unstuck. Keri told me, poke it with a stick. Well, I poked that stick in there and it got stuck in the mud. So hopefully she's just gonna knock it over. But it looks like it's pretty shallow, at least right there. That's some mucky mud though. We're not fans of mud. Keri says I'm taking the bypass off here, which is off camber, but with it not being wet out, I think we're good. Bypass does have a little bit of a drop off. Looks like Tim's gonna bypass with us. Us being the tallest, usually we're the ones that hit our tops. Looks like we're gonna be good. Someone left us a shovel. All right, as suspected, Justin says I'm giving her a go. He's gonna have to throttle, so I'm gonna try to get out of his way here. Go, go, go! Yeah! Nice. Hey, the lake's running back in.
All right, you're next.
Someone left us a shovel here.
That's a bad sign when there's a shovel at a hole.
Right. Our passenger. Nice. Lisa says, give me a try. All right, she got her winch line prepared and ready to go, but I'm theorizing she's not gonna need it. She knows how to throttle. We've seen her do it before. Drop in, then throttle. Go! Keep in it, keep in it! Yeah! Yay! Good job. All right, so we had 2 takers on the mud hole. Bypass is even kind of fun over here. Put you off camber and you're going by some tight trees. And then this off camber coming downhill here isn't super bad, just a little nerve-wracking. All kinds of room.
She'll be coming around the mountain when she comes. There's another mud puddle. So we are on the second half of Shady Road? Shad Road. Shad Road. I almost said Shady Creek. I don't know. Niner. Words are hard. Anyway, the trail has not been extremely difficult. The branches have been a little overgrown, or the trees have been a little overgrown, but couple mud puddles here and there, nothing super crazy. We did have about a mile in the middle of the trail that was rutted and a little bit difficult, some washouts. It's pretty fun. Now we're just moseying along.
We are pretty close to the end of the trail and came across a tree that probably could drive over, but we're just gonna work on getting it out of the way for everybody. So we did not bring our chainsaw due to space. We confirmed with Jason that he had one, so he's going to bring it up here. Looks like it's still attached over here, so just 1 or 2 cuts we should be able to knock this out of the way. If it was just this the whole way, I'd probably just drive over it, but I don't want someone to get high-centered here. Yeah, if it was smooth that way, the whole way across, I'd probably just drive over it, but it's so close. There we go.
He said he touched something that was
Winning.
They're eating up my leg.
Yeah, I got some burning going on right now.
And just like that, we are back on the road. Well, on the trail anyway. Picking my Onyx up.
So we are currently making our way up this little offshoot, which is going to be the Rich Moutain Lookout. It's just a gravel road heading up. Heard it's pretty cool lookout up here, so looking forward to checking this thing out.
T marker. Right here to my left is the ACT trail marker. Oh look, then it goes up there. And it goes to the fire tower.
Looks like someone's camped here before. I left some good firewood. Wave hi.
Hey!
Hi!
Wow, that's a good view.
Yeah, as soon as I catch my breath.
Butterflies. Lots of them.
Good choice. You can't trust those Jeep windshields.
Justin just got some new Mickey Thompson 40 tires, and they're nice deep tread, so they're picking up some rocks. Flinging as we come off the trail. That's what the discussion on the radio there is about. But we are about 5 hours into our day, and we are just getting back onto Blacktop. You can actually see off to our left there. It's going to be the kind of more main road we're going to be on here in just a second. So from here, we are going to be heading towards the east and then heading back north, and we're going to go check out that Viking road. We'll be on the pavement for a little bit. So far today's been a really good day. That trail was a lot of fun, beautiful, a good mix of all that. So for somebody that doesn't have a bunch of experience, you're going to love it. For somebody that has a little experience and wants the next trail up, it's a lot of fun for that too. So a good mix, gets you kind of in and out of the harder, stressful stuff, so it's a lot of fun. I'm gonna get this camera turned around and get back on the road. We got a group to pull out here, group of 8. Viking Mountain Roads.
Couple cute little campsites on the river down there.
Almost all of our drives throughout this weekend have been next to like creeks or rivers. Been some beautiful drives. Mountain Road has been pavement and just basically a gravel road. But the one thing is for sure, it has been uphill the entire way. We have gained over 2,000 feet of elevation right now. I think our current elevation is, what do you say, 34?
Let's check. It's 3780.
So 3780, and I believe we started right around like 1400 down in town, so to speak. So been a pretty drive. We stopped at that Dillard's place along the way, basically to some fishing ponds. Nice place for us to get out and walk for 15 minutes and stretch your legs. And then it's just been a slow progression of uphill like you're looking at now for the last 10 minutes, 15 minutes now. I'll film again once we get up to these. There's supposed to be some lookouts ahead. Obviously don't know what to expect, but we've also been told that apparently there used to be a resort up here that failed. Maybe it has something to do with the fact it's a 40-minute drive up a mountainside, but yeah, it's no longer up here. I'm kind of curious if there's any remnants of that though. So we reached about 4,400 feet, almost 3,000 feet of gained elevation, and there's actually some blacktop here, which kind of makes me wonder if this is maybe where that resort was.
We're supposed to go right.
I'm gonna just go up here to the left. According to the map, there should be like a parking lot up here, and it's probably just gonna be a turnaround for us, but I want to go see what's up here. Looks like there used to be a gate there. I bet this is where the resort was. In fact, it's kind of cleared and
There's a left and a right.
that's a dead end. So it looks like up this way is going to take us to this Camp Creek Bald Lookout. So we're going to head uphill here. And you can see there's some towers. I'm kind of curious if we can go up those. If so, that is a long, long way up. But I've also been told that there's some radio towers here for like ham radio guys. Those are really tall. I don't know if I could climb up it. I don't know that I'd want to.
Not me.
So I would say don't waste your time coming up here. These are kind of neat to see from the bottom. Obviously you can't go up in them. And the old fire tower is actually over here. We can't see it back in the trees, but it's locked up, so you can't even go up in it. And from up here, there's so many trees, you don't really have the great view, even though you're at like 4,500 feet of elevation. I didn't get it on camera, but there's actually up here, when you come out to the top, if you turn left to where the old resort used to be, you actually have a pretty darn good view. I'll try to insert a few pictures of that for you guys to see. I think we took a couple there, but that's the place to go look. So from here, we're just going to head back down the mountain, and we will be heading back to camp. We are camping north of here just a little bit, a couple miles. We should be to camp by 6, I'm guessing. Kind of the same as it worked out yesterday. I planned 50-60 miles per day, just based off of other trail rides we've had. By the time you make your stops and do everything else, you're like really 5 to 10 miles an hour, pretty average. So it's a full day doing 50-60 miles out here on the trails and roads. So some of it's real slow, some of you pick up the pace at 25, 30, 40 miles an hour. But yeah, I think that's gonna pretty much end our trail day. We'll see you guys at camp. Well, we are out here kind of halfway through our day 3 already. We did a hike over here to a waterfall. Keri's getting over video if I fall in right there. Thank you. I didn't take this camera with me, just kind of wanted to enjoy the morning together out on the trail hiking. It was 1.25 mile in, pretty much uphill the whole way. It was a 600-foot gain, and then we were 1.25 back. Pretty rocky, bumpy, but the waterfalls the last half of the way, one after another, was absolutely gorgeous. And it ends at a 100-foot waterfall, beautiful. I'll insert a picture here of that. So now we're just out here taking lunch. It is noon, so rather than get to the trailhead and try to find a spot to eat, there's a nice big open parking lot here at the waterfall. I'll get back on here when we get to the trailhead and tell you what the first trail for today is. I believe it's going to be an in and out trail. According to what I've read, it's supposed to be one of the better trails here. All right, y'all. Hopefully you enjoyed the exercise this morning and had a good lunch there. From here, we're going to be heading a 7-mile drive, 16 minutes away, to a trail that is going to be an in and out, and that is called Horse Creek. Horse Creek is 4.9 miles long and is a level 6 out of 10. Looks like the high point is 4,516 feet and low point 1,800 feet, so elevation gain of 3,200. So it looks like we're going to be uphill quite a bit. From the pictures, it looks like there's going to be a couple cool water crossings and some beautiful views along the way. So we are coming up on Horse Creek Campground, which is the entrance to this trail. Alright, so we are entering this Horse Creek Trail. It's an in and out, and this trail entrance is kind of misleading because you're in this National Forest parking lot, and it just kind of has this gravelly, it doesn't really look like it's a trail. I guess there's a trail number 94 there, but yeah, it's hard to really tell that you're supposed to be here. It kind of looks like more like a hiking trail. According to our map, we are on that trail.
Is one of the many hidden gems of East Tennessee. This is an epic trail filled with multiple water crossings, rock ledges, steep grades, and scenic views. You will encounter a few switchbacks that are pretty tight toward the top of the mountain. This is an out and back trail that will take you on a journey from the campground recreation area to the top of the mountain range that connects to Big Butte and Gravel Knob. 4,800 feet of elevation. This is a great overlook and camp spot near the top of the trail that is worth checking out. Cell reception is spotty in some areas of the trail. There are multiple waterfalls along the way as well.
Sounds nice. So one thing you want to be mindful on this trail is there is mixed traffic here. So there's going to have foot traffic you got to keep an eye out for, bikers, and then obviously other vehicles. We've already come across one biker and 2 hikers. So just keep your eyes peeled and mindful as you enjoy the creek bed along the trail. And the danger camping overnight, look out for bears. Come to this open area, and up this hill kind of looks like the trail goes there, but there's a private property sign. So from what we're kind of telling is there's a little bit of a, probably our trail's down here. It's a little bit hard to tell. Even looking at it on the map, it just kind of looks like a straight line. So Keri's gonna go walk it and see what there is to see. Driving trail there. Yeah, it looks like Horse Creek's going to continue down this way. says par for the course as we come along the trail. Farther even we go, the more overgrown it's getting. There's a giant tree that somebody just cut away. I'm gonna hop out and get this.
Pushing it with my tire.
Yeah, everyone keeps rubbing tire coming by it. We got to get around that. So far this trail does have rocks. They're not very huge ledges, but it's a level 6 trail on Onyx. We're about a third of the way through currently. On the map, you get towards the end and there's a bunch of like switchbacks. I'm gonna definitely be curious to see what that's gonna be like. Again, total elevation gain here is a couple thousand feet. We've been uphill the whole way so far. So Tim and Heather just told me Justin pushed that big log in the middle of the trail because he tried to climb up on it and push it down. He's getting back in his Jeep, so I'm assuming he's got it moved somehow. Did you get that moved back?
Yeah.
Wow, that's impressive.
Log up by its very end.
Wow. Snaking our trailer by there. Saw these little berries on the ground. Keri says, oh, bears like to eat those. Well, that's great news as I'm getting out. Kind of hard to tell, but this trail has a big rock underneath Justin right now, so it's tipping over pretty hard. Doesn't feel very good inside the vehicle. Pitch and roll currently. It's probably been pretty average for this trail the last few hundred yards. And of course, ruffles.
Most important stuff.
We are getting pretty close to the end of the trail, and then we'll be making our way back down this mountain. Pretty much the whole second half has been this off-camber uphill with some washouts along the way to just make you nervous as you get off camber. So just a couple more switchbacks and we'll be at the top. And we're definitely hoping that Jason with his trailer has room to turn around, and we have room to turn around our 8 vehicles up here. So here's hoping. KP,
Yes,
you got
sir.
to drive most of this trail.
Yes.
What are your thoughts?
It's a beautiful trail. There are spots where it like leans you downhill, and you know, me being afraid of heights, I don't particularly like that, but it's been beautiful so far.
So give us a 1 to 10 beauty scale, 10 being great, 1 being not so great.
Oh man, an 8, but only because like if the flowers were blooming, it would be a 10.
Okay, and fun scale, 1 to 10's fun scale.
Fun scale 6.
6.
Yeah,
okay.
I would like some more obstacles in it.
There's challenges because
challenging
you're
spots.
off kilter and things like that. But as far as obstacles, not so many obstacles. But that's probably why it gets a 6, because there's definitely a nervous factor as far as 1 to 10 difficulty scale on Onyx. It gets a 6. We are getting very close to the end, maybe 2 more switchbacks and we will be there. 30 seconds. So Rambler app tells us we have gained almost 2,600 feet and we are not at the top yet. Getting close though, I think 2 more switchbacks. I'm gonna hop out here and get Keri coming around this one switchback so you guys get an idea what those look like. Yet another tight switchback. I think we only have 1 more after this, which kind of looks a little bit different on the map. I'm definitely curious to see what that's going to look like in person. Oh, Keri just smoked a rock. Keri says after you make that switchback, there's a rock that some rhododendrons are hiding. She just smoked it with her driver tire. Hey Jason, I want to know how mad you'd be if I was to tell you that this trail just dead ends up here and there's nowhere to turn around.
I have a shovel.
Well, Jason has a shovel too that I gave him. You guys could chop my body up and bury me pretty good way up here. Nobody'd ever find me. We are almost to the top. I'm starting to see some cool rocks. I told Keri I want to film them coming up here because it looks pretty neat. Really, I just want to grab some pictures for the Instagram. We do have some ledges up ahead. Oh, Keri took the easy route. There we go. Ground is soft. Hey, go hard, passenger. All right. Okay, good idea. Okay, the adventure trail. We're doing some rock crawling. Once you get up to the rocks, if you put both your lockers on, it'll climb real easy.
I'm slow. Okay,
yeah, take your time. Beautiful. All right. That's Kathy's first rock crawling experience right there. Uh-oh, we got a new driver at the wheel. That far right line, you guys should climb that easy. It took 40s to clearance this for your belly. We have climbed a long way to do a little rock crawling, but that was fun. Almost to the end now. We're not sure if there's a turnaround at the end, so we're going ahead and we told Jason, hang back for a minute, let us go check it out and let you know what's going on. A little worried coming up, there's a road here, but it's blocked off. Looks like we can go to the left though. Bring my fancy camera, but check this view out on top of the mountain. 12-mile drive up here to get to this, worth the view. You can't drive out here. There's kind of just a little trail you walk out, but gorgeous view. Someone compared it to Panther Rock if you go to Wind Rock. Kind of similar view. If you guys come run this trail, this is the dead end here. There is a turnaround area here, but it is probably big enough for 4, maybe 5 vehicles max. The continue on, actually, where they're heading right now is actually a hiking trail. There's a bunch of paths off that way. The last couple hundred yards are kind of overgrown-ish and really just kind of flat and muddy, not really worth the drive back. So my opinion is once you finish the rock crawls, you come to an open area that looks like people have camped at before. Personally, I would just turn around there because it's a nice big open turnaround area. So from here, we're basically getting everybody turned around and we're just gonna head back down the mountain long ways. I think it was roughly 5 miles uphill, so it's gonna be all downhill. This trail is kind of off camber, so at least the driver's gonna be able to see a downhill from here. So this is what it looks like when you get to the top of the mountain and you have a group of 8 trying to turn around. Most of them got turned around by backing up into here, up there. Jason did it first with the trailer. Here's our last guy. Told him they got that fancy steering thing. Maybe this will come in handy here, where it locks the back tires and spins the front end around.
How often can you turn it on and off?
You can just...
That didn't do anything. Right there. Hard driver and forward. All right, hard passenger and back. And congratulations, you've just been promoted to trail leader. It's all downhill from here, right?
Yep.
Hey, ask Jason if he knows our elevation.
4520.
4520 is our elevation here. I'm gonna ride. You got room, lady?
I got room.
So Rambler tells us we have climbed 3,200 plus feet to get to the top of this mountain. Average speed was 5 miles an hour, total distance of 12 miles. So we gotta basically do that in reverse now.
On exits, we're at 4,400 feet.
Yeah, total elevation is 4,400 feet from sea level. That means we started at 1,200 feet, which seems pretty normal from everything we've seen this weekend. The street level is about 1,200. So I got the driver's seat back. The guys on the radio were just talking about the fact that going down this trail is definitely a whole different ball game than going up it. A lot of the switchbacks actually, they had to do 2 3-point turns, which going up, pretty much everybody one-shotted them. So yeah, it's definitely a little bit different. We just have it in 4-low first gear and we're creeping along, bumping along. See you at the bottom. Time out here we've been seeing these posters for this dog named Sadie, and we're happen to be on our last kind of dirt road trail for the day, and there's a dog on the literally on the top of the mountain, and kind of looks like this might be Sadie. We sent a text to the owner, we'll see. Super friendly little dog.
Sadie.
No collar or anything. The post said she was wearing a backpack,
Which she could have gotten off.
yeah, so wild.
Sadie is an older lab mix, 45-pound female, black with gray muzzle, was wearing lime green backpack, chipped and ID'd, and very friendly.
Max Patch Loop, where she was found, is only 1.5 miles from this location.
That's where she was
I
lost
mean,
from.
Or where she was
Last
lost.
seen.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, we found the
Yay!
so sweet.
We've seen signs all weekend.
Hello,
Well, that's why it's.
can you hear me?
Hi. Yeah.
So I sent you guys a text. I think maybe we found your dog.
Who found my dog?
My name's Paul,
Yeah.
and we're up on, we're about 1.5 miles from where your signs say she was last seen, and we found a dog that matches your guys' description. I sent you guys a picture via text.
Wow. This does look like my dog. Huh. I don't know that I mean, she's been missing for a few months now, so I don't know if...
Well, it could be. She's very thin.
Do those dogs' ears stand up like that all the time?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, no, her ears are kind of floppy. A little
Okay.
more...
Good morning. Hey guys, we are, I don't know why do I always say hey guys, but anyway, I guess it's a thing to do when you have a camera in your hand. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the dog that we found last night. She's doing well. She's headed home with Cindy and Nate. He's going to take her to a vet, get her checked out, make sure she's not microchipped. They've shared a post on the one of the Tennessee Lost and Found pages. There's no comments on it yet. It has been shared 9 times, so maybe we'll find her a home, and maybe Cindy and Nate will have a new doggo. So we don't think it's the dog on the sign that we saw all over the place yesterday. She's a little bit smaller than the dog in the sign, and the dog just had some different features than Sadie did. Like Sadie's ears were flappy and this dog had pointy ears, and we actually called the owner, and there was like some markers on her dog that didn't match, so we don't think it's the dog that was on the sign. But she's super cute, she's super sweet, and we hope to get her taken care of.
Well, y'all, thanks for watching our 3-day adventure out here in Tennessee. Do keep an eye out. I think in 2025 we're going to add some version of this to our trips we offer, so keep an eye out for that. Again, I mentioned earlier in the video about Patreon. We're also thinking about maybe just adding this as a patron run next year. So if you join us, you get to basically come on this ride with us. So we don't know what this is going to exactly turn into, but keep an eye out. These trails actually were really cool. There was probably 3 trails that I had on my list to run and we never got a chance to run. But check out this campground. Beautiful place we found to end our trip. Definitely want to come back here again next year. Beautiful campsites. Maybe even home base out of here. This place is pretty nice. But yeah, thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for the next video, and I think maybe you guys are going to like this video too. Check this out.